My name is Ryan, and I've come back here a couple times to talk to you about one of my new passions I've been pretty recently getting really into is working out all the time. It's actually been making me feel a lot better about myself. And I kind of put it in a bit, the reason that I chose this PowerPoint was because I believe one of the key things to working out and being healthier is balance. Like, you kind of have to balance out what you eat with how much you work out, and you have to look at the kind of food that you eat with what you work out with. Like, you got to eat a lot of protein to build muscle. You got to eat a lot of carbs to burn. So the way I like to think about it is, if you want a body like that, you have to you get in what you put in. Like, you get in what you take out. You know. So if you eat bad food, then you're gonna have a bad body, and you're gonna feel bad about yourself. So I feel like a lot of it is you get what you take. You know. And then I also kind of put a couple pictures out to show what kind of different kinds of food there are. There are tons of different kinds of food now that are actually really delicious and appetizing that are also really healthy for you. So a lot of people are making a very conscious effort to start making it easier for people to be healthy. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was why bother exercising at all? Well, for first off, you can say bye to your love handles, you know. And then you guys get a new beach body. I think that's pretty cool. I love to show off the body, you know, when you go to the beach and you're like really tan and everybody's looking at you and you're like, I know, I worked out, I look good. And then that's also a little bit of confidence. I know when I was in high school, I had like no confidence whatsoever. I played sport, I was a swimmer. I didn't work out all that much. I wasn't really that confident with myself. But now it's like, as I've been working out my body and feeling better about who I am, I feel better about how I present myself. So that really helps me out. And there's not just one set way to do it. As I was saying, and as many people have said in the couple past presentations we've had, there are a couple ways you can do it. There's CrossFit, which has actually gone pretty professional recently. They've started having out their own competitions and all that kind of stuff. Then there's Zumba, which she talked about earlier, which is just a group exercise. And then there's just the old-fashioned hitting the gym, you know, pumping some iron. But I like the new group ones because it kind of gives you a sense of belonging, and it kind of gives you a reason to go because you actually make emotional connections with other people that you work out with. So I did CrossFit, and personally, I loved it. You just made friends, and it makes it a lot easier to work out with other people. And obviously, healthy food choices. My favorite is probably fruit smoothies. I go to a tropical smoothie every once in a while. It's kind of the way I think about it, it's like the fast food world's healthy choice, basically. So whenever I go there, I don't feel as bad about going out and getting food. And I like the wraps that they have, so I put a picture up of a wrap because that's my favorite thing to eat there. And then I also started out recently making up my own kinds of food. So I like to go out online and look at what kind of different foods I can make. So me and my mom, we made a grilled chicken Toscano a couple nights ago. We just put a little bit of potato on top, and it was grilled chicken. It was really healthy. It was marinated in some barbecue sauce. It was really good. And then I also started doing something to kind of consciously, I think the biggest thing that really helped me realize the bad food I was eating was when I took a journal and I actually started writing down everything I was eating. Because then I had to kind of face the choices that I was making each day. So I would even write down small stuff, like a Dr. Pepper or a water. I mean, it doesn't just have to be the negative stuff, but it could be. It helps me realize the food that I have been putting in my body. And then my biggest thing is that you got to make time to do it. Because when I started saying I'm going to start setting up a time and I'm going to go to the gym, I actually started following through. Because I started looking forward to doing it. And I was like, oh, at 8 o'clock I get to go. And it makes you sound like you're really busy too. So you're like, all right, well, I got stuff going on from 8 to 10, and then from 10 to 6, I have school, and then from school, I got to go straight to work. So it puts your life in a very organized fashion, and it makes it a lot easier to get things done. And I don't know. I mean, just the biggest thing, though, too, is staying strong, you know, making sure you resist the fast food. Resist is all it is. So that's pretty much my presentation about what I do to make myself feel better.